I received an interesting phone call today around 3 p.m. It wasn't really a client of mine. She had gone on a free consultation call with me for a lot of trepidation, a lot of fear-based thinking. Her comfort zone is so small, a lot of negativity. Right? This is probably about 2 months ago. Well, around 3 something p.m., I get a phone call from her. And to my surprise, she finds herself in Delaware and Dover. And I don't know the full details, but bottom line is this. So she's from Dover coming back here to Pennsylvania, and she's merging into the to 95, the main road, and the road that she was merging into puts her immediately onto the fast lane of that major highway. And she is in full-blown panic, and she pulls over to the shoulder, right? And she's calling me, and I ask her, like, what's your fear base? Like, how are you feeling? What's your distress level from 1 to 10? She says, it's way above that. It is way above that, right? So then what happens is, and she needs to get home. I'm not sure how even she got that, but anyway, it's really bad, and she's almost crying. Well, I had to help her. So on the phone, and every time you can hear the cars flying, going by her, and her vehicle is shuddering just because of the wind, right? When a car passes by. And for 15 minutes, we worked together, and we brought that stress level down. And she said it was above 10, brought it down, that panic level, all the way down to a level 4, right? Where she was strong enough to and optimistic enough to drive home, to merge. Okay. So here's the thing. There are four, what do you call it? Like, stages or phases to anxiety. And you really need to be aware of it. The first one is, let's say there's a public speaking event, right? Or a function, you have social anxiety. The first thing is the first time you realize that you have this anxiety or this anxiousness, this scared feeling, right? This trepidation feeling. That's the first phase. You're aware of it, and you feel it. Number 2, your first response is, right, I cannot go for it. I cannot go for that party. I cannot go for that function, or I cannot public speak, right? Is I need to escape. Somehow or another, you want to stop. You just don't want to move forward with it, right? Because just the thought of attending that function or the party is making you so scared. The third part is you actually come up with an excuse, and you actually avoid going for the event. And you feel such a wave of relief. And then the fourth stage, or the fourth phase of it, right? This relief is only short-lived. The next time you have another event, a function, or a party to go to, again now this feeling of anxiousness feeling comes back in full strength, even stronger than the one before. The problem here was you're not interrupting the cycle. Avoidance is not the solution. Avoidance is not the solution, as evidenced with that potential client of mine. She said that she was going to call me and this time really want to address her issues with, using hypnosis and all the other healing modalities that I use. So here's the thing again, okay? Like I said, there are 4 stages. 1, you realize that you have a problem. You feel that anxiety feeling. Number 2, you want to escape. You want to do everything to escape that lousy feeling. Just thinking about the event is making you sick. The third part, here's the problem. You avoid it. You come up with some excuse. For some reason, you have managed to escape that event. You don't even show up. That's where the problem is. That's where that solution, because what happens is in your mind, if you use escape, avoidance, let me tell you, it's the key part here. If you use avoidance as a way to solve your anxiety, Your brain, your subconscious, you see that level below the waterline, the iceberg picture behind me? That's the size of your subconscious. It runs about 85% of our lives, right? It will always use avoidance as the only way to deal with anything that makes you even mildly anxious, as opposed to actually dealing with it or listening to it. Okay, do you understand? And it just keeps coming back, and it gets worse and worse. And this fear-based thinking and feeling, it really becomes so much worse. Okay, you have to interrupt the cycle. It is a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. You have to interrupt it and know how to neutralize it and change it. And there are specific methods of doing it. All right. I hope this is helpful to you. Cheers.